totally comfortable for this program. Okay, very good. Okay, let's start. I just want to come back with you here. How's everybody? Please tell me if you can hear me. Let's start with our breathing space. For those who are familiar with our program, we always start with a breathing space. So I want you to sit comfortably, get in a nice, comfortable position, in a dignified position. It's a kind of a statement that we're putting out there that we have value, we are worthy, and just by our posture, we want to portray that. And we'll do our 3 minutes of connecting with our body, with ourselves. So first, if you're comfortable, close your eyes and just breathing in and out. And first, noticing how you are right now. Notice your emotion, your condition, your state as you are coming to this program this morning. Are you coming with anxiety? Are you coming with curiosity? Are you coming here with sadness maybe this morning? Excitement, whatever it is, just notice what it is and try to put a label on it. And now for a second minute, let's focus on the breath, specifically on the breath. Breathing in, and the out breath is simply a release. And noticing that calmness after the out breath. Then you breathe in again and release. Each one at your rhythm, maybe slower, faster. Noticing the effect of the air filling your lungs, expanding and then contracting. And now for the last minute, we pay attention to our whole body from head to toe. What kind of energy is there? In what type of strength or vulnerability are we coming this morning? Can we feel life in our body? And do we have the openness to our thoughts, our emotions, our sensations? And are we open to learn this morning? Okay, let's finish with one deep breath. Okay, I like this signal. I like this bell. It's a reminder to start and stop a moment of mindfulness. How are you, everybody? I know we have some questions. Yeah, someone else was wondering how we were setting it up and getting into this meeting. So you're in this meeting, you participate, you see me leading. Once in a while, I may hopefully in a couple of weeks maybe try to have everybody who wants to put their camera on and be visible. We might do that at the end of a session just to have that connection with everybody. So welcome again. Now let's do a kind of a little review. I want to share my screen here. And there it is. So here's a quote that I put at the beginning. People who have had little self-reflection live life in a huge reality blind spot. Does that make sense to you? People who have had little self-reflection live life in a huge reality blind spot. And that's what mindfulness is all about. It's about paying attention and even self-reflection, paying attention to what's happening in our mind, in our body, with our emotions, with the patterns in our lives. And we want to have more awareness, more mindfulness of that, and then to have a better control of our life. Ultimately, when we know more, when we connect with what's happening with us, we can have better control in finding fulfillment in our life. And that's what I hope you're learning through this program. Okay, let's look at our schedule for today. We'll have a poll in a few seconds. We did our 3 minutes breathing space. We'll have activation and then a review of where we are in our life script series. And today focusing on racket feelings. Racket feelings. What is that? So I hope you learn something again this morning. And we have the 6 breath exercise to finish. Okay, let's have a poll. I want to share a poll this morning. Let me see. Okay, I'm sharing it right now. How are you? How are you this morning? What feeling would best describe your condition right now? There's a multiple choice. So take a few seconds to select which feelings apply to you, especially when we did our first breathing space exercise. What's happening in our body? Try to select at least one. I think you can choose more than one if there's a better combination. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, well, I think I'll give you a couple of more seconds. You're still making some choices. Okay, very good. Now let me share the results. There it is. So, how are you this morning? Happy for 32%. Hopeful is the number one at 37%. Oh, I like that. People coming in with a hopeful attitude and emotion. There's curious, content, happy, so all kinds of positive feelings. There's also sad, alert, anxious, afraid, and others. So we have to honor our emotion. That's the whole thing with mindfulness. We want to honor our emotions, be real with our emotions. Okay, very good, very good. I want to briefly ask you about the homework. Do you remember what the homework was for last week? I think I encourage you to try to have more positive moments in your day. So that means stopping, paying attention, being aware of whatever there is at the present time, and just be with it. And let the good emotion sink in. Being grateful, gratitude, being grateful for the weather, for the for the warm clothes, for the good sensation of the water when you take a shower, good food. Those can be all moments of mindfulness where you stop and pay attention to one thing at a time without spiraling in all kinds of emotions and thoughts, but just taking it in. And I hope you've been doing that and try to have more of those mindful moments each day. And you know what? It it's even possible to have mindfulness that lasts just 1 second, like taking a picture of what is happening right now and noticing it. It doesn't have to be a long half an hour or an hour of specific practice. It could be just looking at the sky, looking at the moon at night, the stars, um, looking at the snow, watching the snow. Anything like that can be a moment of mindfulness. Amanda says, I've been doing yoga and meditation. Wonderful. Yoga, you know what? Yoga is such a great exercise to connect with our body, how we are, how our body is in space, noticing the stretch, noticing the muscles burning and all that. There's something so good about that. Susan said she is well. Yeah, good to hear that. And I'm well too. Joanne says, all's good. Okay, excellent. Now let's do our activation part. So the activation is simply to move our body to become more aware of our body and pay attention to that. So I want to start with a bit of a stretching exercise, and that's good for the upper back also and neck. So just simply with arms by your side. You can stay sitting or standing if you like, and then slowly raising your arms up as you breathe. You can even look to the sky. Feel those muscles in your upper back, shoulders. Be careful not to hurt yourself. Feel the stretch, and then bring your arms down as you breathe out. One more time. And down. Okay, let's do some Tai Chi. I want to do some Tai Chi with you this morning. So, for those who know me, I like to show some of those moves that are similar to yoga or a martial art, but it's very calm and gracious. So we're going to do the brush knee, 3 brush knee. So basically, a brush knee is when you stand with your feet about shoulder width, and then you will have your left foot go at 45 degree, and you take one small step in that direction. So when your left foot turns to the side, your arm turns to the side also. You take one step forward. Now your arms at the horizontal, and then you push with your right arm as your left hand goes down to protect the lower part. So you just pushing air. Okay, let's start it over again. Your left foot at 45 degree, one step forward, outstretched arms, and you push slowly in a very slow move. You're just pushing air. And then your foot kind of goes further, and you take a step with your right foot doing the other side, and you push. a very slow movement. And then you do a third one. I have to back up because you won't see me. So we take the left foot forward for that third brush knee. Okay? One last time. Shoulder width. Your left foot and arm go at 45 degrees, one step. And then you push with your right hand. Then same thing with your left hand. And one last time with your right hand. Okay, excellent, excellent. You learned some Tai Chi this morning. Did that feel strange? Is that weird? Is it difficult? Is it confusing? Or is it good? You can write any comment you want in the chat box. Okay. Okay, let's go to our review. Let's go to our review. I'm sharing. I'll be sharing my screen here. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, so we've looked at life scripts. Life scripts, it's a survival decision or program that we've made often in our youth, and it becomes our life mission. That's the way we live. There's attitudes in our life script. There's protection. It's a survival pattern of how to behave in life. And part of that life scripts is our need for strokes. That's the first point that I have here. We need strokes in our life. And strokes are warm fuzzies or cold prickly. So we need those interaction with other people, and we need a kind of a reward. So it can even be as simple as saying hello, and the other person responds and says hello, and it makes us feel good, like we're acknowledged, we're worthy, we're okay in that person's view. And okay, so life script. After we saw and learned about strokes, which are warm fuzzies or cold pricklies, that may be a negative comment, or anger or criticism. Then we looked at life position. So life position is when either you think I'm okay, you're okay, which then we're good to go with someone else, or I'm not okay, you're okay. And that's feeling maybe intimidated and not up to par with the other person. If I'm thinking I'm okay, you're not okay, then we want to get rid of the other person. And if it's I'm not okay, you're not okay, then nothing works. And it's a very difficult interaction with other people. The next part is we did look, I think last week, the ego state. We are either acting as parent, adult, or child. Well, that should be a C here. Okay, let's change that. Parent, adult, or child. So we can interact with other people with our values, such as, okay, we lost it. Okay, there we go. As parent or adult in a very rationalistic way, or child with either a rebellious or adapted child or free child. And then today we'll look at rackets and games probably next week, but that's what supports our life script. We tend to use games or racket. What's a racket? A racket feeling, I just showed this slide, and then I want to show you another video. So a racket is a way of exploiting or ripping out strokes. So it's a kind of showing an emotion to manipulate other people so that they respond. And even responding negatively is often better than no response at all. So rackets are the opposite of taking ownership of our life and solving our problems. Types of rackets, for example, anger. We might be angry, like road rage. So instead of just having a good, open, honest connection with someone else, we might have anger, and that's in order to elicit a response from the other person. Like a child wanting a cookie might be angry, but that's it's a racket. It's a manipulative technique to get something. Fear can be a racket also in order to get comfort from other people. Confusion, sadness. If, for example, a child getting back from school, getting attention from sad events rather than for happy events, then that child will use sadness to kind of get a response from the parent. So that's rackets. And I want to show you an example of a video. I like the movie What About Bob? We've shown, I think we've shown a couple of clips about that movie. And I want to show you a 41 seconds clip of Bob. Bob is Bill Murray, the actor Bill Murray. He plays in that movie, and in that scene, he's going to be manipulative and try to see what kind of manipulation he's doing. Is it a real emotion or a kind of a manufactured, manipulative emotion? Let me share my screen. And I hope the sound will be good. You let me know. Okay, so Bob is found a way to reach his psychologist, who is away on vacation with family, and the psychologist is not very happy that Bob went all the way to his vacation home.
Well, then let's have a little talk.
Bob, I do not see patients on vacation, ever. How many ways can I make that clear? Now, what I'd like you to do is to get on this bus and go back to New York.
I can't. I'm totally paralyzed. I'm all locked up.
You got yourself here.
Barely.
Well, getting back will be therapeutic.
But can't we just have a little talk?
Bob, you are testing my patience.
Come on, I've come so far.
Bob,
I'm baby stepping.
Bob.
I'm doing the work. I'm baby stepping. I'm not a slacker.
Listen to me.
Check it out. Look at, I'm in really bad shape. Come on, please,
Bob,
please.
Bob.
Give me. I need.
Bob,
Give me,
okay,
please.
All right.
Please.
Okay. Okay, did you hear that? Did it work? It's that famous scene where Bob says, gimme, I need. That's manipulation. So that's what we call a racket. It's a way to manipulate and get something in return. Okay, with that, I want us to go to another mindfulness exercise, and let's do our 6 breath exercise. Okay, Joanna says it was very clear to hear. Good. Who of you saw that movie? What About Bob? Who saw that movie? Just let me know. I'd like to have you. Is it the first time you've seen that, or have you seen that movie before? You can type it in the chat box if you like. And now we'll go to our 6 breath exercise. Yeah, Susan said, excellent movie. Great movie. As we listen to the sound of the bell fading away. Our sixth breath exercise is to take a break from our thoughts for the time span of six breath. So breathing in and out, releasing that tension in our body, sensing that wave of relaxation go down, and breathing in again. And don't breathe too fast. It might make you feel dizzy. But with each breath, letting go a little more. Each one at our own rhythm. It doesn't have to be too much of a deep breath. It can be a shallow breath, whatever our body needs at this time. Paying attention to whatever our body is telling us, each one at our own rhythm. And I think this is the sixth breath. Okay. How did that feel? What did you notice in your body? Did you notice? Did you notice your pulse? Did you notice pressure, tension? Did you notice that letting go, that relaxed feeling? This is mindfulness. This is paying attention. Okay. Uh, I want to. I read an interesting article last week. It's a study, scientific study, that says the number one brain hack that can stop addiction cold. What's a number one brain hack that can stop addiction cold? And you think, what is there? Is there a way to stop addiction cold in its track? It can either be addiction to drugs or alcohol, or addiction to your phone, or addiction to eating, shopping, spending, gambling, uh, video games. What is our addictive tendency, and what's the brain hack to stop addiction cold? And you know what it says? Really, it's as simple as curiosity. It's a mindful attitude of curiosity. Let's say I don't know, you're watching TV and you're just eating chips or whatever snack without thinking of it. It's just automatic. There's something addictive in that. But to be curious about it, how does it make me feel? Do I feel full? Is it satisfying? To be curious is the key to take a step back and stop the automatic pattern and paying attention, and go from a place of mindfulness and choice. Is it what we really wanted this time? Am I just on the phone watching one video, one Facebook video, one after another, or am I stopping it? Being curious, why do I do that? Is it constructive or am I losing my time? So I like that. Uh, Joanne says, "Who is the article by, and where do you find it?" Actually, I think I'll send it to you, to all the participants this morning. I'll send it to you by email. You'll get it. It's on the web. This website is inverse.com, mind body. But I'll send you the article, and you can read it at home. Interesting article. Okay, very good. So let's finish with a body scan again today, and we will. I think next week I wanna kind of probe what kind of mindfulness exercise would you like to explore. Okay, think of that during the week. We can do like body scan. We can have a mindfulness of sound. We can have a mindfulness of our of spirituality. What are our thoughts of our purpose for living? We can have mindfulness of our body in whatever activation that we do: yoga, tai chi, stretching. We can have mindfulness of our life script, mindfulness of our emotions, mindfulness of our automatic thoughts. It can take many forms and shapes, and I think I'll have a poll for you next week. Okay, let's have our body scan as our final mindfulness exercise today. Get comfortable, get ready. Okay, sit back in your dignified position, eyes closed if you're comfortable with that, and going to the breath as your first area of focus. Breathing in and out. Taking a break from any thoughts, any worries. Any concerns. We put that aside. We'll go back to that. Our brain will bring that back to us. But right now, we're taking a break. And we want to listen to our body. We want to honor our body, all its sensations. So first, as we breathe, let's notice our head, the top of our head. You might think there's no sensation there, but there is. It's such a subtle sensation. What can you sense? And then scanning down to our forehead, then around the eyes, cheek, jaw. Noticing any tension. We want to become aware. Sometimes we can just release it, let it relax. Then as we breathe, we switch our attention to the neck and shoulders. We can even lift our shoulders, trying to touch our ears with our shoulders, and release. Then scan down our arms, bicep, triceps, elbows, forearms. Then our hands, noticing the sensations in our hands and fingers. And then you switch your attention to your chest and abdomen. How does that feel? Noticing any tension in the belly, where we often hold our tension and stress. Then paying attention to our back, upper back, mid back, lower back. Is there pain? Is there a relaxed state, a good support in your lower back? As you breathe, as you listen to that sensation in your body. And finally, you scan down to your legs, thighs, knees, calves, feet, and toes. Can you be aware of your toes? Try to count each toe in your mind as you pay attention to them. And then your attention goes to from your toes, your feet, your ankles, your legs, your abdomen, shoulders, and head. Feel a wave going back from your feet to your head. And we finish with a deep breath in and out. Very good. Very good. What did you learn from today's session? Did you learn about maybe a racket feeling that you tend to use? Are you like Bob saying, gimme, 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 I need? Or do you use fear? Do you use feeling like a victim? Do you use sadness maybe as a way to manipulate other people? Or maybe you're not like that. Maybe you just want to connect truly from heart to heart in an intimate way with other people. And really, nobody is perfect. We all have a kind of a manipulative side. But to become aware of it, that's the way to have a real change in our lives. Okay, Leticia says she's interested in mindfulness of Tai Chi. That's so wonderful. I learned the power of sound that resonates in my body. Great, great. Joanna, don't believe I use racket feelings. I want open, honest relationships. Oh, that's wonderful. But I ask you to pay attention. Maybe you'll surprise yourself. Oh, maybe I do feel either upset or angry, or maybe you're not like Bob saying "gimme, gimme, gimme," but sometimes just feeling angry or irritable. We can notice an underlying racket. Okay, just asking you to pay attention. I'm interested in automatic thoughts. I think in one of the coming weeks, we will look at examples of automatic thoughts. We have two kinds of automatic thoughts. They're intrusive thoughts. They just come by themselves. They can be anxious thoughts. I'm afraid of something. I'm afraid if you hold the knife, for example, and then you have the thought, oh, I don't want to cut myself. It's an anxious thought that just popped up. Or we may have automatic depressive thoughts like, oh, life is so difficult. I'm so dissatisfied with myself. My life's going nowhere. That's a kind of a depressive thought. So we'll look at that in the coming weeks. And the more we become aware of them, the more we have power to change. Uh, Joanne says, feelings are normal and need to be felt for yourself. Exactly. Are you talking about not having your needs met? No, no. Let's make a clarification right here. On one hand, we need to be aware of our feelings, of our emotions, which are body sensations. By definition, a feeling is a body sensation. It might be that tension in the chest, it might be flushing, it might be a sinking feeling. And we need to be aware of those natural primary feelings. And that's how we can then take care of ourselves, by being aware of those feelings. And then there's those racket feelings, which are feelings that we use to manipulate. It's more than a feeling, it's more like an intention, using a state of mind in the intent of having an impact on someone else, a manipulative impact. And when we can distinguish the two, then we're on the right track, and we can focus on being aware of our natural primary feelings, which is honoring our feeling. Okay, I hope that distinction is clear. And when we learn about the distinction, then we can focus on the right types of feeling. Okay, very good. I wish you a wonderful week, everybody. Take care, be mindful, have some mindful moments. Again, that's my challenge for the week. Have some good mindful moments. If you can't have a long moment, have a mindful moment of 1 second, if that's what it is. Just a picture of a moment. Yesterday I was walking my dog, and as usual, I noticed my thoughts are everywhere. And then I stopped and I thought, let's have like a picture of one moment. And I was noticing the skies, the trees, the cloud. And I kind of left an impression of that in my mind. That's being mindful. I thought, that's my world, that's my universe, that's my nature. It just take 1 second to take that picture in my mind. So my challenge this week, have many mindful moments every day. Build that into your day. Okay, very good, everybody. Have a